everyone, Reiss Beckford here and welcome to another episode of Behind the Chalk. Today's episode we are in Anadia, Portugal at Scott Hann's third International Coaching Academy. Let's take a look what they've been up to. So guys, we are here with Ben Howes, coach to Jake Jarman and head coach of the boys at Huntingdon Olympic Gymnastics Club. Ben is one of Scott's experts that he's brought along for his coaching academy. Nice to see you, Ben. How are you?
Nice to see you, Reiss boy.
I've got a few questions for you about Scott's coaching academy.
Yep.
So first one would be, why did Scott choose you to help him?
Why wouldn't Scott choose me to help him? I think Scott has looked at the fact that I've been regional coach for the East Region for 15 years. We've worked closely together. I knew Scott as a gymnast, and I think we've had a nice partnership over the years. We've always confided in each other, shared knowledge, shared experiences, picked each other up when we were down, support each other. So I think we've just got a good relationship, basically.
Good, good. Do you feel that the sport of gymnastics needs something like this as a coaching academy, so coaches from around the world can come together and teach each other?
Absolutely, I think it's really, really important. It's a great melting pot of ideas. We want it to be that people share knowledge, share ideas, don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be afraid to challenge each other, and also, no one's got the absolute true right ingredient. It's all about finding that way. And if you can learn from this person and learn from this person and put those things together and come out with a fantastic result, then you've done a great job.
For you, what is one of the things that you want the gymnasts and the coaches to gain from coming to something like this? Because I know it's Scott's third coaching academy here in Portugal. So what are the things you say that are the fundamentals that you want the coaches and the gymnasts to take away?
So we spoke about fundamentals within gymnastics, okay, with fundamentals of handstand, fundamentals of preparation. But for me, this camp is more than that, it's broader than that. It's the whole experience. It's the experience of meeting with people you've never met before within your life, okay? Making new friendships, going on a surfing excursion, challenging yourself, putting yourself out there in sort of, uncomfortable situations, and that's how you truly find yourself. Talking in front of other coaches sometimes is a bit daunting, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you get at it. But it's also that challenge, putting yourself out there and being able to answer questions and being able to, as I've said before, share all that knowledge. But it's the whole package. It's about coming together and it's sharing a daily experience.
Cool. Thank you very much. Ben Howes, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for chatting to us. Right, so we are here with Anthony Wise. He is head men's coach at South Essex Gymnastics Club. How has the camp been for you, Anthony?
I think it's gone really well. I think it was a lot better than the last couple we did. We changed it around a bit, so we did the lectures a bit shorter but more precise, compact at the end of the sessions. We found the last couple of years that when we did it, the main bulk of the session, coaches looked as though they wanted to be going off their gymnasts and doing their session, and so they couldn't focus enough. So doing it at the end when the gymnasts had finished, they're a lot more engaged and a lot more questions asked, and learned a lot more.
Good. So you're quite a young coach coming up through the coaching system. You've got a few boys in the national team, British team. So being a young coach and being asked to be an expert on coaching academy like this by Scott, why do you think he picked you?
I think it's a little bit different to the other experts because I haven't been and done it all as a coach. However, I think it's quite good to see a set of boys that are doing a similar program to what Scott did with our group, of our generation, and seeing it in real life. So it's a bit hard sometimes to watch you senior guys do your stuff and then imagine how you got there. Whereas if there's a group of young boys, they can, and my boys kind of tier from 7 to 13, they can see each stage and they can see it happening in real life.
So do you think for the gymnasts, so like you say, you've got a big range of boys from 7 to 13, do you think that it's a good experience for them to come away like this? Because me being from the same club as you, I know the boys, and it's for some of the boys, it's been their first time coming away.
Yeah.
So do you think that's a good experience that they should have?
Yeah, no, definitely, and it's not just about the gymnastics either. It's about silly things like carrying their own passport through the airport and brushing their own teeth and telling themselves when to have a shower and stuff like that. I think it's really good for them to grow up. As a gymnast, you have to be maybe more mature than your real age, and trips like this definitely help. And I think it's actually also good for them to see their teammates and their coaches outside of the gym, and outside of that kind of intense, serious environment, when they can, jump in the pool and the coach will smash them into the water, or they go surfing or have a meal together or whatever. I think that's quite important to build that coach, gymnast, teammate relationship.
So myself, knowing you very well, you're very, you're a gymnastics enthusiast. You love gymnastics. So for the sport to have something like this, for Scott to bring this to the sport and bring education in a completely different way for coaches, rather than coaching courses, but more of an academy where you learn a little bit more hands-on, do you think that's beneficial for the sport?
Yeah, completely. I understand coaching courses have to be done, you have to have qualifications, insurance, all of that. But again, this is more like real life, and you can definitely gain more experience from real life. And Scott going round, and me and Ben, and helping the guys during their sessions, and not just saying, this is how you do it, watch my gymnast, good luck. It's like, we show it, but also we're going around and we're helping them, and I think they gain a lot more from doing it like that.
Perfect. Thank you, Anthony Reiss, for speaking to me.
Cool. All right.
Hope you enjoyed the camp. So we are here with the man himself, Scott Hann. Yesterday we spoke to Ben Howes, one of the experts, and today we're going to speak to Scott. So Scott, why have you asked for help, as in with the experts, and not done it all yourself?
Well, there's a couple of reasons actually. Number one, you always ask for help. No one ever knows anything, and you always ask for help so you can better develop yourself and better develop your team. But I think when you come to an academy like this and you've got lots of people that are coming to learn, it's much better to get 2 or 3 or 4 examples of what we're trying to achieve. In gymnastics, as you know, there's some foundations and some bases that everybody has to try to do perfect. But after that, it's very individual. All gymnasts are built the same, all people are built different. Sorry, no gymnasts are built the same, people are built different. And you have to find the best way to get to the end result. And one of the best ways is actually having 2 or 3 different inputs, slightly different version of what you want to achieve, and that way everybody can take what they need and adapt it to the gymnasts that they're working with and the body shape that the gymnasts have got.
So like I said yesterday, we spoke with Ben, and we're going to speak with Anthony a little bit later. So why Ben and Anthony?
Well, 2 reasons for Ben. Ben is someone that I've grown up with and someone I trust, and I know that his ability to create a fun environment for kids to work in is second to none, and that is so important. There's no point in having an environment where a gymnast is just working and doesn't understand that fun. So that's number one. And second, obviously, Ben's got a lot of knowledge. He's got very good gymnastics, works alongside Paul Hall with some of the best gymnasts in the world, and also he's got his own gymnastic in there, Jake, who is extremely good, especially on floor and vault. So I wanted that technical input as well. Now with Anthony's obviously been part of my programme right from the start, as of you, so he understands the way I work, what I do, the things that I'm looking for. But he's also got his own excellent gymnasts, I think 5 or 6 boys all in the national programme. He's pushing the boundaries and he's trying to develop what we've done to that next stage. And I think this is a great opportunity, not just for the people that are on the course to learn, but also for him to evolve himself as well. And it's real life. It's not me, like, obviously I've done this, I'm talking from experience. When Antti talks, it's here and now, it's actually happening. So it's you know, and you've got real live versions of what he's trying to say through his gymnast.
So this is the third year that you've done your coaching academy, and being here for all 3 years, I felt that this year was very different. So what was different about it, and what made it different?
So the first 2 years, I wanted to do it so that coaches came, and it was very educational. It was all about education. It was all about clinics and learning. But as I've evolved, I've realised that it's hard to sit and just listen for hours and hours and hours. Plus, the coaches that came, they brought their own gymnasts, and I found that their gymnasts, whilst they was obviously benefiting from it, they was also sitting down a lot and listening, and the lectures I felt were outstanding, but they wasn't able to then put them into practice. So I've changed it slightly so that there's more bite-sized clinics, and it's much more like a training camp. So the coaches, they come and they do a lot more training with their gymnasts, and then we come in and float around and actually help them at their level with what they're asking for. So it's been, for me, much better, much more efficient this time, and I'm really pleased with it, actually.
So if there was one or two things that you want the coaches and the gymnasts to take away from your coaching academy, what would it be?
Well, the first one's obvious. Handstand. Has to be a good handstand. Handstand is the base of gymnastics, and I see so many people that think they know a good handstand, but it's slightly extended, or they're trying to do good gymnastics with a dodgy handstand. So handstand is extremely important. And then for me, it's find a way. It's my philosophy. There's so many different things that people can learn and take, but what you need is raw passion. You need a good program, you need to go. Switch that on button and go. And if you do that, you will find a way. Because you'll make mistakes, but making mistakes is all part of learning. And that's fundamentally what we need to do.
I think for gymnastics, this is an absolutely fantastic experience for coaches and gymnasts. And I think if coaches and gymnasts can come and experience something like this, I think it's more than worth their while. So I'd like to say thank you from the sport for having something like this and creating something like this, because you don't have to do stuff like this. You take time out of working from the gym. It takes your own time, and obviously time away from your family and stuff like that. So from the sport of gymnastics, I want to say thank you, because this is what keeps the legacy of gymnastics, especially in Great Britain and around the world, going. So thank you.
And I think I have to say thank you to you guys as well, because again, as seniors, I think it's very easy to just be a bit complacent and want to stay in your own environment, but you're always coming out, you're always coming to train and to learn and to inspire the next generation. I think when you're a senior gymnast at that level, I think you have a responsibility to inspire the next generation. So thank you guys, and obviously the cameraman Jay Thompson there as well, for attending and showing the support to us.
Thanks for talking to us. Cheers, Scott. Thank you. It's been an absolutely fantastic 5 days for the coaches and the gymnasts. We've spoken to the experts, we've spoken to the man himself, and we've got some extremely exclusive information. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let us know if you guys would be interested in more videos like this down in the comments, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.